This video I'm going to be teaching you the one tactic I use to solve an addiction. This can pretty much be any addiction of delayed instant gratification habits, just like porn, junk food, masturbation, social media, binging, you name it, anything that's inherently bad, into which we inherently know is good and bad for us. Well, what's bad for us. And I'm going to teach you the concept of progressive unloading. So in the gym, we have this concept called progressive overload, and this is basically the act of improving the sets and reps in which you do in the gym. Say you're doing a dumbbell bench press, right? It's your first try. You may want to do it 5 times. As you get better and stronger over time, naturally your muscles will be able to do more. So you may want to do 10 and then 15 and 20 reps. And then if you go even further, you may want to do 2 sets of that, 15 reps. So it's 30 altogether in total. So to put it simply, it's simply that act of increasing your standards, if you will, the levels in what particular endeavor topic you want to do in your self-improvement journey. And this is what it should be like for pretty much all the delayed gratification habits. We're going to raise the stakes over time as we improve in our lives. Kind of like a video game, right? Now I'm going to be teaching you the concept of progressive unloading. Now, progressive unloading is basically the opposite. It's lowering the levels into which you consume and indulge in that specific topic. As we know, we shouldn't be doing this for delayed gratification habits at all, for we know it serves us a better life in the long term. But we do know for instant gratification, it's not ideal. Hence why we're going to be using that. So, the addictions I mentioned earlier, like instant gratification, stuff like binge eating, stuff like whatnot. I had a terrible binge eating disorder addiction. And ideally, it would be nice if you just told someone to quit completely and they quit. That's just not how it works. It's called an addiction for a reason. Let's take me, for example. I was addicted to juice, as I told you in the previous video. And what I did is I progressively unloaded the amount of times I drink juice. So I drink juice less each time of the day. The same can be said with my porn and masturbation addiction back in the day. Now, we're talking 2 years ago, roughly. I used to jack off like 6 times a day in the toilet. The moment I'd wait for the energy to come back, I'd just go to the toilet, get one off. I didn't even enjoy it, but that was my life every day, guilty and miserable. Same could be said with porn. The amount of times I watched porn was... I watched a lot, consumed a lot of content. It fried my brain. I think like pretty much the whole day, man was just indulged around porn, just watching it, pretty much with any chance I could get. I was a sneaky little bastard back in the day. It was bad. What other addiction did I mention? Social media binging is a huge one. And platforms such as YouTube, TikTok and whatnot, just any form of social media platform, it actually shows you how long you're consuming the content. So it gives you like a bar. I only use YouTube because I'm not too sure about TikTok and Instagram, but I'd imagine since it's a social media app, right? So yeah, so when you go on the time watch, they actually show you the specific bar. And of course, that relates to the amount of hours in which you were consuming your content. Now, this comes to your advantage, depending on your mindset, with the approach to not want to do it. What you're simply going to do is, you're going to watch less every day. And what I really like about YouTube, they've got a timer, and you can set the timer to a specific amount of hours. Then once you've reached that specific amount, you can use that time, and YouTube will let you know to stop watching YouTube. And then it's up to you with your own self-discipline through progressive unloading, consuming less content. Do that, and you're well on your way. This is the way to solve any form of addiction. You don't just stop an addiction straight away. Let's take smoking like this, for example. If I said to someone, smoking's not good for you, I'm sure they'd know. They know that. They know that damn well. And it would be nice and ideal in the best case scenario if they do stop smoking. But they're not going to do that. And the addictions you've had in the past, you can vouch for that. You can further back what I said, right? I can. You can. We've both had an addiction back in the day in some shape or form that's somewhat toxic. So we can vouch. So they just progressively unload and they smoke less times a day. And after that, they get to that point and they start seeing their mental health elevate. Smoking may be below their baseline of happiness, but they're still somewhat addicted, so they may want to consider pursuing vaping. Now, I don't think anyone should be vaping, but in this context of the drunk smoker, it's leading him in a better life from compared to what he was before he was a smoker. And yet, the whole purpose of vaping was to help smoking addicts reduce their vaping levels, as vaping is less addictive. So contains nicotine, but it's not as addictive. And yeah, after that, eventually, with the less smoking, his baseline begins to drop again in terms of the bad habits. And then he has higher standards for himself. And then he overcomes his addiction. And he looks back, thinking, why he ever done that? He can never look back. He's on a new level of man, pursuing delayed gratification habits. That's the perfect way to solve an addiction. There's no other way. I can't think of any other way to solve an addiction besides doing what I told you. The concept of progressive unloading. Consuming less of that bad habit each day until your subconscious mind gets sick of it, to which your conscious mind will also respond in accordance. That's what I gotta say. Whatever addiction you're going through, you got this. Because I managed to overcome it. I don't even drink juice anymore. I barely jack off. I only do it like once a week. And you get to the point where even jacking off requires discipline. And that's the good thing. That should be good. Could be, should be, must be, right? I don't watch porn anymore. Past that. And it's good to know. Because my life's a lot better, man. I can never go back to that miserable life. But yeah, I hope I managed to provide value in this video. If you are going through an addiction, so long as you apply progressive on the load, you have nothing to worry about. I'm rooting for you. Best up, man.